All right, guys, welcome back to Super Sam's Interviews, and today we got Charlie Buckton, one of the greatest guests I've ever had. I'm super excited to interview him. He's got a pretty remarkable story, crazy adventure, and I can't wait for you guys to hear all about him.
Oi mate, my name's Charlie. Really great to be out here today. Really exciting. Nice to meet you, Super Sam.
All right, thank you so much again for coming on my show. First thing that I'd like to ask you is just like, when Jasper came knocking on your window that first night, what was your initial reaction? Like, why'd you think he came?
Not gonna lie, he scared the crap out of me. It was really, really scary. But his reputation precedes himself. He's kind of a shifty character, not gonna lie. But I took a chance. I took that leap of faith, you know, the leap of faith, and followed him out my window that night.
I mean, he didn't really tell you much where you guys were walking there, but like when you first saw Laura, his girlfriend, hanging there from a tree, what was like your initial reaction? Like, what did you think had happened to her?
Well, it was really scary. Like, as soon as we got out of the house, we walked down a couple of blocks and we found Laura just hanging from a tree, like as dead as a nut, like just absolutely dead. But because I was with Jasper, I knew that the cops and the feds, they would think it was him. So I helped my friend Jasper out. We buried Laura. We gave her a proper burial. We threw her body in the river and tagged her down with a rock.
All right, so after a few weeks had passed, I heard that Jasper and you guys were getting interrogated pretty intensely by the police because they were accusing you and Jasper. And I mean, everybody knows that Jasper was kind of like a mix of white and native, and that played a big role in it because he was kind of kicked out of his house and not many people liked him because of that. How did that play into you guys being able to keep silent during interrogation?
You know, it was really tough because Jasper, he was already kind of being discriminated against, because these days it's really hard to fit in when you're half white and you're half native, and it's just really, really hard, and especially when we were being interrogated by the feds. It was just really hard because they knew that they already didn't like him, and then they thought he killed Laura, but we had to tell the truth, so we said we didn't kill her because we obviously didn't. We found her hanging from the tree, like she was just dead. We didn't do nothing to her. But
I mean, after a while, like, I know the feds kind of stopped interrogating you guys so much and started kind of like looking at other possibilities of Laura's death. And I heard you kind of took like a pretty different approach. What were your emotions that you were going through at this time?
Really emotional. I just tried to distract myself by playing some cricket with my best friend Jeffrey. I'd known him all the way since primary, but that's kind of helped me keep me grounded. I just kind of separate myself from Jasper for a little bit. Just really focused on my cricket.
I mean, everybody kind of knows that Mad Jack had killed a woman back in the day. So I heard, was he kind of ever like a suspect on your list?
So after I got grounded, and me and Jasper, we'd go over to this guy. His name is Mad Jack's house, because Jasper was convinced that he was the one who killed Laura, because in the past, Mad Jack had been convicted for killing another woman. But every time we got near his house, he'd chase us off with this big old pitchfork. He'd come out of his house and he'd come scare us real good. And yeah, he just kind of parted ways because his son married a native who was Jasper's dad, and he wasn't very happy with that, and a bunch of other family troubles. And it turns out the woman that he did kill was Jasper's mom. It was because he was taking her to the hospital because she was pregnant, you know, but it wasn't his fault. He was in a really bad car crash, and it was just unfortunate. In the end, though, it just turns out that Mad Jack, he was just a lonely old man, and he was really a good guy after all.
Yeah, dude, that was a crazy turn of events. I bet you guys didn't see that coming. I'm sure it was very hard to take the emotions. However, I mean, you kind of knew that he wasn't the killer anymore, and so there wasn't really much to discover. However, I heard you and Eliza were still getting it on. You guys were getting pretty spicy up in there. And you found something out. Would you like to let me know what it was?
Yeah, Laura's dad, like, really just beat her to a pulp, and it was like really, really bad. There was blood everywhere, but she ran into the woods to go kill herself. And Eliza, like, she ran after her to go try to stop her, but unfortunately it was just too late. Yeah, it wasn't really, really tough. Yeah, so I told her the truth about the body, how it's in the bottom of the river somewhere with a rock tied around her ankle. But in the end, we kind of made us grow closer together, because because we both knew the truth.
Man, Charlie, that sure is tough. It's very hard, especially for a man of your stature and your age. Like, really hard to deal with. I couldn't even imagine that. I mean, you and Jasper, it didn't seem like you guys were hitting licks as much anymore. What ended up happening to him?
Yeah, we were completely fine, but we just kind of had to part ways. But we found out he skipped town and he kind of left, but I was really the only one that noticed because no one else kind of really paid attention to him, and it was tough.
That is a remarkable story, man. Like I said, I can't even imagine, bro. The story of Jasper Jones and Charlie, it's one for the books. I mean, I know your life has a lot to hold in front of you, and I hope that as you continue to progress as a man, you'll be able to achieve great things because you truly are one remarkable stud. Thank you so much again for joining me on this interview, and I loved hearing your story. You're one great man, bro.
Yeah, thank you again for having me out on the show. Special Sam, it was really great. My life's been a lot better now, and my life could only be half as great as Doug Ward's. It'd be a blessing. We all have struggles. Mine were pretty early. Wallaby!
I mean, when the Wallaby comes out, the commercial break goes on. That's the end of the show for Super Sam. Glad to have you out here, boys.